You're listening to XNYC on the Connectwork, bringing you all you need to know before the lights go out. Last up, it's the Energy Curfew Music Hour, featuring special guests Madison Cunningham and Cato. The Connectwork thanks you for adhering to the nation's mandatory electricity-free 24 hours while we update the grid in our fight for carbon freedom. At the chime, there will be 60 minutes to Energy Curfew. Now finish the last of your perishables and enjoy this fully acoustic show.
Ahoy! And welcome to the Energy Curfew Music Hour, your weekly off-ramp into 24 blessed hours of powerlessness. Live from the Minetta Lane Theater in New York City, I'm Chris Thile, and we are Punch Brothers. Let's hear it for Brittany Haas on the fiddle. That's Noam Pickles Pikelny on the banjo. Chris Eldridge on the guitar. And Paul Coward on the bass. Oh, we have a heck of a dark day send-off for you tonight, all the way from Los Angeles. How is this even possible? Madison Cunningham is here! And fresh off the ferry down Canal Street, number 9, please make welcome Midtown's finest, Cato!
Tonight's show is brought to you by OG Washboards. Whether you're washing work jeans, lingerie, a small pet, or anything in between, we have the perfect washboard for you. Our washboards are forged from the highest quality virgin bell bronze, offering an unsurpassed musical and cleaning experience. Brilliant performance, crystal clear tone, and a resonance that you need to feel to believe. That's OG. OG Washboards, not your great-grandma's washboard, but pretty damn close. And big thanks to Rabbit Trader, the nation's leading offline pre-owned rabbit marketplace, now offering 100% purchase protection. When you buy through Rabbit Trader, you'll receive a fully certified, genetically authenticated rabbit. No hamsters, no knockoffs. That's the Rabbit Trader guarantee.
The Energy Curfew Music Hour is presented by the U.S. Department of Arts and Waste Management and produced in strict accordance with all current energy and travel regulations. What's that sound? That sound around the sound. Could it be? The sound of sound not being immediately absorbed by the padded walls in our old basement studio at CNYC, but rather swirling around? Reflecting off of brick and steel and sweet, sweet wood in our new permanent home on the shores of the Hudson Sea. Behold! The Energy Curfew Music Hour has a new and very sonically rewarding home, the Minetta Lane Theater. Let's hear it for the mighty Minetta! You know, you fall in love with your instrument all over again when you're playing in a room this good. It's kind of like that extra special date night that re-energizes the marriage. Speaking of which, how rude of me. I don't think I've ever properly introduced you to our little wooden soulmates. Paul Coward, what exactly is that you're playing?
My Bass Junior. It was made by Nick Lloyd in 2021, and the top is spruce, and the back is maple, and it sounds like this. Sure does. How about you, Brittany Haas?
My fiddle was made by the great John Silikowski of Scottsburg, Indiana, and it's also made from spruce and maple.
Okay, well, sticking with the maple and spruce theme, this mandolin is a Gibson F5 signed by the great Lloyd Lohr on February 18th, 1924 in Kalamazoo, Michigan, serial number 75318, which is definitely not my PIN number. Chris Eldridge, what you got?
All right, this is a 1937 Martin D28. It was first one they made that year, actually, and it's got spruce top and rosewood back and sides. It kind of sounds like this.
Which leaves Noam Pikelny over there.
Yes, save the best for last. This is a 1943 Gibson RB7 original 5-string banjo. Not a 4-string tenor or plectrum banjo with a conversion 5-string neck, but an original 5-string. Shipped as a Style 7, but I like to think of it as a Style 37 because it has the maple neck of a Style 7, but the walnut resonator of a Style 12. And then check out this armrest. That engraving, that's from a Style 18, but why isn't it gold-plated? Good question. It's a non-original banjo on here. How was it made out of zinc?
And that brings us to this week's brand new Punch Brothers song, dedicated to the trees that made these instruments possible. We call them axes, our instruments. How appropriate. And give it up for the ones who gave it all, so we could play in the dark day's night. The cutter rock with the loggers who made them fall, and the luthiers who made them right. It doesn't make them sing, 'cause there'll be hell on the hillside, Eddie. But your boy's playing a hell of a double bass, ain't he? God's red spruce lips to your hungry ears. You wanna play in the dark day's night? Well, I've been cooking this up for 300 years. Bust that axe out and take a bite. Come on, you little devil, swing. There'll be hell on the hillside, Eddie. But your girl's playing a hell of a violin, ain't she? 'Cause all I need of a dark day is y'all are gathered around to hold me. Annie. Hold me. Hear me, and hold each other to me. Give it up for the ones who gave it all, so we can play in the dark day's night. Take my body to market, wake my body with sound, shake your body to what you made of the foil. 'Cause all I need of a dark day is y'all are gathered around to hold me. Hear me, and hold each other. It up. Give it up. Hold me, hear me, give it up for the ones who gave it all, so we could replay off the quantized auto-tuned siren call of the Holocene last born, flexing unlimited data and Adderall. I mean, there's more life in a piece of dead wood vibrating in a makeshift concert hall than in every line of code they will ever write. And we can keep nailing this number to the back wall long after they kill the lights. Yeah, tell them this is gonna sting, 'cause there'll be hell on the hillside, Eddie. But we're pulling some damn tone while we're here, ain't we? But we're pulling some damn tone while we're here, ain't we? Thank you so much, and again, welcome to the Minetta Lane Theater, and welcome to the Minetta Lane Theater, Miss Madison Cunningham.
Sarah, you lost yourself in the cause that you paid to be someone to no one. Well, how is it now to feel so alone, just to be known? You hurt who you love to be loved, and so the pattern goes. What happened, Sarah? You changed. You've gone out of range. You said if that were true, surely you would have noticed by now. But low numbers run to a dangerous amount when your only concern is making sure you don't get counted out. Do you stand in a room full of strangers now, amazed at how they march to your orders? And when the glamour dies down, there's only you now, only you and yourself to appease the silent crowd. And no one can shelter you now. Sarah, you went after it, said you would fire died out, and now there's not a trace left of it. They're not looking at you like you think that they do. Really, they only care about their own affairs, let me tell you. Do you stand in a room full of mirrors now, horrified at how they sharpen the image, and when the glamour dies down, there's only you now, only you and yourself to appease the silent crowd. No one can speak for you now. Well, how much is too much, and how fast is too fast, Sarah? It's only you who can answer a question like that. You remind me of myself in so many ways. Too nervous to move, but too stubborn to stay. Thank you.
Madison Cunningham, y'all. Sarah and the Silent Crowd.
Yes, I forgot to introduce it. That's the name of the song.
Oh, no,
Yes.
it's totally fine. From your record, Revealer. That song has undergone significant renovation since I last heard it.
Yeah, it's one of those songs that I wrote 3 years ago, and it means so much more to me now, I think, topically, too. So I think that helped in just digging it out of this sort of original sort of feeling. I think I was able to find a different way to play it and sink my teeth into it.
The guitar part in particular is
Yeah.
just...
There's a few melodic changes, too, subtly here and there.
Uh-huh.
And, yeah, I feel like they just drive the knife in a little bit deeper and twist it.
Can we talk a little bit about the tuning that you're in at the moment?
Yeah.
I think any guitar geeks out there, and Lord knows there are some,
There must be, surely.
their spidey senses tingling in terms of what's going on tuning-wise.
Well, it's not really fancy. It's just I'm tuned down a whole step from standard, so just lower register.
So still like the classic E, A, D, G,
Yes.
B, E relationship, which is down.
Exactly.
Okay.
So you're saying if we just tune down a little bit, we could play like that?
Yes.
Piece of cake, cool.
Yeah, it's Wonder Bread. Anyone can eat it, and anyone can do it.
There's secrets unlocked.
Exactly.
And now it can't be like that for this next one, though, I think, right?
Right. Yeah. So I'm going to transition to a different tuning. This is open D. So here I go.
Drum roll, please. And I am going to stick with the same tuning that I've had since I was 5 years old. And just try and get it in tune for the first time.
This next song is called Sunshine Over the Counter, and it's a song that I wrote about my sister and I were the two oldest of 5 daughters, And so our household was pretty wild, as you can imagine. And so yeah, these are some scenes from that sort of upbringing. Let's see. I think that's good enough. What do you think, Mr. Perfect Pitch?
We'll talk to Lewis about that later.
I mean, you can comment on it.
It's possible that I had it once, but playing the mandolin destroyed it. I don't know.
Okay, that's gonna do. I'm calling it now. It's gonna do. Okay.
Sunshine over the counter again, the bank's running low. I don't want your looks, I don't want your candy, I want your medicine. I've been waiting for something good to really happen. It's the way it's always been, or the way it's never been. I'm a coward at heart with some good excuses, sending my surrogate. Stick you with a pen, cut you with some paper, feeling braver, drinking gin. I know just what to say after we're together. It's the way I've always been, showing little to no skin. Good girl, got some bad in her, cussing like a drunk, driving with her knees. Quarter to quarter, dealing with the torture of living high and not feel low. Spending more than not feel broke. I'm the middle child of fear and democracy. I'm making my religion pride. Keep it to yourself, keep it in the family, keep your loud voice down. Is the room getting smaller, or is it just your daughter laying the blueprint out? Raise no question, feel no doubt. Good girl, got some bad in her, greeting card on a lower back. Knife in the toaster, didn't know it could kill her. Living right and not feel low. Saying you know what you don't. Who's loving, who's done, is paying for it this time. A little tall for your grade, overworked and underpaid. Bad girl, got some good in her, cussing like a drunk, driving with the knees. Quarter to quarter, dealing with the torture of living hard and not feel
Madison Cunningham with a little sunshine over the counter for us.
This portion of our show is brought to you by Bad News Bearers. Are you tired of delivering bad news the old-fashioned way, where you have to look someone in the eyes and just say it? Call the Bad News Bearers and get a fully licensed musician to do it for you in a song.
Can I help you?
Are you Melinda Keene, Ted Lutzke's girlfriend?
I wouldn't say girlfriend. I mean, it's kind of new,
Darling, the results are in. It isn't allergies. It's chlamydia.
Or perhaps you want your bad news to be delivered with some celebrity flair. For an extra $50, you can have your bad news bared by a recently out-of-work rock star.
Julian Casablancas?
I've stolen your identity, ruined your credit. Sincerely, you.
Bad news can be so uncomfortable, but we're here to lessen the blow. Use code ECMH for 10% off your first order and make your bad news more bearable today.
Good luck buying that house. Please make welcome to the stage my dear, dear friend, Mr. Louis Cato. Come on, baby. So good to see you. Louis, welcome.
Oh, thanks for having me. I feel very welcome.
Still not all
All the things you got.
Not all the things, yeah. Were we in tune on that last number?
You were. I was standing backstage. We were in tune with each other.
You heard it here first.
Welcome to my abode. Make yourself feel at home. Leave your shoes at the door if you please. Though it's been a rough year, I'm so glad that you're here to endure a few hours with me. See the kitchen so clean, every counter pristine, as the smell of fresh coffee abounds. Yes, I've taken great care, organized and prepared, not a speck of debris to be found. Now as we traverse through the hallways of this mansion of complexities, I must kindly remind you to always ask permission before you proceed. I don't mean to be rude or to undermine you, but I promise it's for your own good. 'Cause Coming up pretty soon, we'll be passing a room which is sure to be misunderstood. I can see that you're already pondering. Curiosity looms in your stare. I suppose just to keep you from wondering, you should see for yourself. But beware. Here we are at the door. I'll apologize more for the dust and the creaking of springs. 'Tis a room made to hold anything found with flaw, a collection of imperfect things. See the couch cushions worn and the rug that is torn, and the curtains are hand-me-down too. Basically anything that falls short of ideal ends up in this unsightly room. Perhaps you may think it's repressive. There's no reason to hide such a space. Well, to that I'll admit I'm obsessive when it comes to saving face. I'm aware that it's not a sustainable means, keeping all the excess in one room. And I'm sure that someday I'll throw it all away. But that day won't come anytime soon.
Cato. The unsightly room.
Yeah.
You took us right in, though.
Took it right into my demented brain.
About this brain of yours.
Yes.
Do you remember? So we were talking earlier, and I learned that you started playing music when you were 2.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm curious, can you remember a sensation about that change from not playing music to playing music?
I remember no change.
No change.
My memory doesn't go back to time without music. I was always.
It kind of switches on with music.
Yeah, it's the way I see the world. It's the way the world makes sense to me, for sure. It's the lens.
Amen. Amen.
Yeah.
So you just, it's the minute that you could wrap your hands around.
Yeah, some pots and pans and spoons and forks and anything that, made a little sound. And my mom, God bless her, got me a drum set for my 2nd birthday. I know, all the parents are like, yeah!
She needed her pots and pans back.
Yeah, that's the functional reason.
Practical.
Right, it's practical.
And so you were playing drums at 2?
Yeah, I played every day, according to her. That's still before my memory. A little bit. I remember the kit, though, but I don't remember. I think that's slightly before. But I played every...
So you've been playing since you were so young that you literally cannot remember not playing music.
Very honestly, absolutely.
Okay.
100%. I do remember when I started playing in my church when I was 4. But that was because my mom says that I played every day very diligently as a 2- and 3-year-old. But yeah, and I was always...
And guitar came along at a certain point.
Yeah, guitar. I was always singing, and then guitar and bass came along at 8, and low brass, trombone, tuba, euphonium came at 11. And there was always a piano in the house, you know, all the things.
Bravo, my friend. What's up next?
I think we should do Cutie Baby next.
We should always do Cutie Baby.
Ah, yeah.
Okay. Oh, and we should get Madison Cunningham back up for
Oh,
Cutie Baby.
yeah. Please. Any
Maddie,
excuse
welcome
to bring
back.
Madison Cunningham back to the stage.
Everybody should be a cutie baby. If you wanna, if you wanna. Everybody should be a cutie baby. If you wanna, if you wanna. In your power, in your glory, in your power, in your glory. Everybody should be a cutie baby. If you wanna, if you wanna. Everybody should live a little bravely. If you wanna, if you wanna. Speak without a filter like you're 80. If you wanna, if you wanna. In your power, in your glory, in your power, in your glory. Everybody should be a cutie baby. If you wanna, if you wanna. Thinking do in your power, in your glory, in your power, in your own glory. Everybody should be a cutie baby. Only if you wanna. 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 Ha, ha. If you wanna. If you wanna. If you wanna. If you wanna.
Let's hear it for Louis Cato. Madison Cunningham. Don't worry, they'll be back later in the show. But now it's time for another exciting episode of Breaking Trad, where Punch Brothers drag perfectly nice fiddle tunes kicking and screaming into the 21st century. This week we're headed to Nova Scotia, which was the northernmost source of the old-growth red spruce that gave these great pre-war instruments their tops. And actually, there'd be a hell of a lot more of that spruce left on this continent if so much of it hadn't been harvested during World War II to build planes. Anyway, this next song is...
Airplanes? Wooden airplanes.
Yeah.
I love wood, but I'm not so sure I'd want to fly in a wooden airplane. I'm trying to imagine what that would even be like. Well, good afternoon. This is your captain speaking. Tonight's flight from Galax, Virginia to Albany International Airport should be about 2 hours in this hand-carved Boeing 738 MAX. Those of you on the right side of the plane may want to roll up your window shades and take a look at the beautiful bear claw figuring on that old-growth Adirondack spruce wing. Also worth noting, if you see any liquid running down the walls of the aircraft, that's just sap. Feel free to taste it or dip your complimentary cookies into it. Also, it looks like we'll be flying through a rainstorm, so there may be turbulence, but on the bright side, we can expect the plane to swell up and provide some extra legroom for your journey. As a reminder, there's no smoking on this flight. The nitrocellulose lacquer on your Brazilian rosewood tray tables is highly, highly flammable. In the event of emergency, please remember to open the exit doors by pushing upwards against the grain of those handles. Sure would be a pity if those were to break. Lastly, if you hear a prominent humming sound, don't stress. At 545 miles per hour, the resonant frequency of this flying tone tube is 2 octaves below middle C, which we trust you'll find is a nice soothing drone beneath Taylor Swift's new album 2029, which we're contractually obligated to play for the duration of this flight. We know you have a choice when you fly, and we thank you for buying a ticket with Tim Bear. We'll get you there, knock on wood. Yeah, not for me.
Thank you, Pickles. I take it you've never heard of the spruce goose?
Well, that's my safe word, but otherwise, no.
Okay. Here's that Nova Scotian fiddle tune I was talking about long ago. From Cape Breton, featuring Miss Brittany Haas on the fiddle. Here's Made Behind the Bar. Incomparable Brittany Haas And now for your local weekend briefing.
It's Mushroom Month, and things kick off this weekend with the 4th annual Race for a Spore. Local foraging celebrity Maxime Hostetler, known as the Myco Jordan of the mushroom world, will guide an all-ages scavenger hunt through the dank and musty corners of the city to help uncover nature's next great medical miracle. It's hard to imagine where we'd be without the Caprinus comatose discovery of last year, which revolutionized the way we all nap. Come reap the rewards of the city's ever-changing biome, in addition to free finger foods. This year's hunt begins at the old Astoria Generating Station at sunrise sharp. Bring your baskets. At the chime, there will be 15 minutes to Energy Curfew.
Welcome back to the Energy Curfew Music Hour, and welcome back to the stage, Mr. Louis Cato.
I am a lineman for the county, and I drive the main road, searching in the sun for another overload. I hear you singing in the wire, I can hear you through the wine. Tall line is still on the line. I know I need a small vacation, but it don't look like if it snows, that stretch down south won't ever stand the strain. And I need you more than want you, and I want you for all time. And the Wichita line is still on the line.
Louis Cato. And make welcome back to the stage the extraordinary Madison Cunningham. With Louis Cato heading back to the drums. Oh. Y'all, I am thoroughly obsessed with the riff that Maddie wrote for this song. I live for this riff.
I'm excited. I had you in mind when I wrote it, and I thought, one day we will play this together, and this is the moment.
That's so crazy.
It's actually true. Okay, shall we?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Under blue lamplight and radio waves, a lab full of white coats examine the frame of the mind and its suffering. But no one could say how someone reclaims a little autonomy, sold it to the land, tossed it like seed, saw it grow hands and fold me underneath. Your name is a torch to the skin, and I've heard it spoken so many times it hardly sounds like a word. You're not to be crossed, but then you never were. You say God and man have always raced to be first, an arm under the table, catching the access, left to be strong over 2,000 frets. What does it say about you? Your hate could power a train. And what does it say about me? Your love could get away with anything, with anything. I put needle to the groove and let it play out. While you're playing on virtue, what could I say now? Plain is the limb on your family tree. I know the way they hurt you is the way you hurt me. Quietly, I'm losing my mind, losing my mind, losing my mind, and you don't seem to mind now. What does it say about you? Your hate could power a train. And what does it say about me? Your love could get away with anything, with anything. I'm not messing around, not ready to laugh about it. I don't worship the ground that's holding you. I think it's wrong the way you harm, but no one ever looks too hard at it. What does it say about you? Your hate could power a train. And what does it say about me? Your love could get away with anything. With anything, with anything, with anything, with anything, with anything, with anything.
Madison Cunningham, Cato on the drums, and Paul Coward on the bass. Your hate could power a train. Woo! portion of tonight's show has been brought to you by the Rube Goldberg Variations, CNYC's initiative to highlight the innovators and community builders rejuvenating New Manhattan. Tonight, we shine the spotlight on Ash Isbell, who designed a groundbreaking energy-neutral car wash powered strictly by rainwater. At the core of Isbell's design is a hardy turbine made of upcycled cement truck mixer tanks. This turbine powers a set of low-pressure water jets made entirely of repurposed high school band instruments. And then finally spins an array of polishing brushes constructed from empty soy sauce packets and hypoallergenic doodle fur. The most ingenious part? All it takes to get this incredible machine going is heavy rain. When gale force winds darken the skies and water floods our streets, the car wash lurches into action, drenching customers' cars with natural, biodegradable water. Although it's still illegal to drive during a storm strong enough to power the wash, this service remains free for all. We're wishing Ash a speedy recovery, as he was struck by lightning last week while replacing a faulty bassoon. Get well soon, and thank you, Ash. Your creative thinking is a small and overcomplicated part of what makes New Manhattan great. Let's get Maddie and Lewis back up here for our finale. Energy Curfew draws nigh. And we thought we'd leave you with this beautiful number. You heard a little strain of it at the top. I'm up in the woods, I'm down on my mind, I'm building a still to slow down the time. I'm up in the woods, I'm down on my mind, I'm building a still to slow down time. I'm up in the woods, I'm down on my mind, I'm building a still to slow down the time. I'm up in the woods, I'm down on my mind, I'm building a still to slow down the time. I'm up in the woods, I'm down on my mind, I'm building a still to slow down the time. I'm up in the woods, I'm down on my mind, I'm building a still to slow I'm down on my mind. I'm building a stew to slow down the time. That's our show. From the Minetta Lane Theater in New York City. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's hear it one more time for Cato and Madison Cunningham. We're moments away from the energy curfew, so light a candle for yourself and someone you love, something good, and have a beautiful dark day. One more, better kick it off before I have to kick you out of the bag it in. A fiddle tunes and air conditioning. Cause heaven is one more, and then another one, and then a bit the good sheriff on the bar will sing the darkest hours just before the dawn. Baby, don't never come to take us home. This round is on the house to say y'all can stay long as you play something I know, because it isn't over till I say it's over, and I can say it's over while I'm throw the switch, and the city that never used to sleep thanks its lucky stars it never used to see. Cause heaven is one less thing to worry about. Let the mighty Hudson roll over the bagged in. The critter singing, open up the window, let the dove fly in. The dove will never come to take us home. How about I leave the bottle saying y'all can stay long as you play something I know, because it is easy.
This has been an Audible Originals production of the Energy Curfew Music Hour, featuring Chris Thile and Punch Brothers, created by Chris Thile and Claire Coffey, written by Rachel Axler, Claire Coffey, Noam Pikelny, and Chris Thile, starring Chris Thile, Chris Eldridge, Brittany Haas, Paul Cohort, and Noam Pikelny. Executive producer for Audible is Preston Copley, directed by Claire Coffey, produced by Jason Colton, Chris Thile, and Claire Coffey, produced for Audible by Carson Donnelly. Supervising producer is Hudson Theatrical Associates and Sean Gorski. Special guests Madison Cunningham and Cato. Punch Brothers appear courtesy of None Such Records. Madison Cunningham appears courtesy of Verb Forecast. Recorded by Jeff Dudzik. Original music by Punch Brothers. Mixed and mastered by David Boucher. Sound designed by Cody Spencer. Special thanks to Sam Britton. Head of production at Audible Studios is Mike Charzik. Head of creative development at Audible is Kate Navin. Chief content officer is Rachel Giazza. The Energy Curfew Music Hour was recorded live at the Minetta Lane Theater under the management of Margaret Cotter. Copyright 2024 by Mind Capo Inc. and Polly Stevens Group Inc. Sound recording copyright 2024 by Audible Originals, LLC.